will the Halloween TV series be good for the franchise, or could it possibly kill it? If you guys didn't watch my video yesterday where I talked more about the Halloween series, kind of the direction we seem to be going, and more of an overview on, what we know so far, then go ahead and watch that. It was from literally yesterday. But if not, feel free to stay here. We're going to be talking about what I see as like the potential risks of, doing a Halloween TV series, turning this big franchise into what is now going to be a series. And, it's going to be an add-on. There are going to be Michael Myers films in the future. There's, no doubt in my mind about that. But obviously this is a bit of like a side journey. If, we're putting real focus in getting this right, it's got to be done, with all attention. We can't really be thinking about ahead of films that are going to be coming, I want them to get this right if they're doing it. But yeah, just the news of this coming to a TV series got me thinking about the previous horrors, the classic horrors that have become series in the past, whether that was, recent or a while ago. The ones that really came to mind were obviously the Chucky series that's very recent, and the fairly recent Scream series spin-off that they did. More so the Scream series is how I maybe see this kind of Halloween universe going. The Scream series kind of did the same thing that we're being told is going to be happening with the Halloween one, in that they're going to be creating, a whole new universe for this to take place. I think a fresh new group is going to be involved with this, possibly last names or even entire names of characters that we've, possibly heard of here or there throughout, the previous Halloween films. But yeah, we can use them and have them be, the center of the group that is being, stalked, whatever is going to be happening with Michael Myers. I'm interested to see what they do with, maybe finding out a little bit more about the backstory of Michael Myers. I'm assuming there's going to be some kind of Loomis character involved in this, whether it is Loomis or not. So yeah, it'll be interesting, and I think very important to people's enjoyment of this series on how they do, go into that detail with Michael previously. We don't want too much detail. That is an obvious. My gut tells me we kind of have to find more out about Michael as a kid. Speaking a little bit more about the Scream series, while I know that everyone wasn't necessarily a fan of that series, I definitely wouldn't say that it damaged the Scream franchise in any way, because I guess what they did and what could possibly happen with this Halloween one is they've created something that kind of exists on its own. Yeah, it uses the, attraction of Ghostface, and this one we use the attraction of Michael Myers, but it really is like its own thing. You're following a completely new storyline. They gave Ghostface in this a completely different backstory with Brandon James, I believe his name was. And so with something like that taking place, if anything, while I know that the Scream one wasn't, to everybody's liking is what I'm trying to say, it didn't damage it. And I think that happening with Halloween wouldn't be so bad if we learnt from the Scream one and, definitely tidied it up a bit and, made it more of a good story. But, these are the risks that I'm sure everybody preparing to make this series is aware of. And, you've got to throw something, you've got to make something at the end of the day. So credit to them for, trying to bring Michael out onto some form of screen again. I'm not complaining as a big Halloween fan. I just think my main concern on this is how long it potentially may take Michael away from a big screen. I really don't want Michael to be somebody that we hear about the next movie is coming to like a Netflix or a Prime, I just don't feel like he belongs there. And if I'm honest, I don't think that Leatherface does either with the, the new Texas Chainsaw Massacres that are coming. I definitely see the benefit in just how many more people can, just be sat one day and they don't have to think about buying a ticket to go see the film. They can just put it on Netflix, wherever it is, and they can watch it. And, the likelihood is they might like it. And then they go and see the next one that comes in the cinema. So I definitely understand the idea of, branching out into this. I think it was a matter of time with, such a big horror icon as Michael Myers. So yeah, with that, I do think the series is going to help pick up some new fans that are going to be ready for the next film to hit cinemas, if it hopefully does. I think the only thing that isn't going to be able to properly cross over is, and I could be completely wrong on this, and, if I am, fair enough, I'm happily proven wrong, but I just feel like the people that are going to like this series may not necessarily like the original, which is, as well is okay. Like, it's not right or wrong what you do or don't like. It's all preference. But, the real, like, die-hard Halloween fans, we worship the original because there's something so magical about it. Like, John Carpenter truly did a masterpiece with that original film. And while you definitely can't force it, so, you know, it just is what it is, I just really hope that we can get some form of crossover where, you know, more people can appreciate that original and we can maybe branch out and get something new but original, if that makes any sense. But yeah, they're my kind of thoughts, worries, concerns, but also what I think's good about doing this series. Obviously, there are risks, there are gonna be. Let me know what you guys do think to the series. Do you think there's more risks than there are benefits to this? Or do you think that, you know, nothing can really go that badly wrong with this series? Yeah, let me know down in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next one.